Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles at the beginning of 2013 with the quiet excitement of a young traveler finally seeing the world on her own terms. She was 21 years old, a university student from Canada, thoughtful and creative, known among her friends for her introspective nature and her habit of expressing herself through writing. Her trip to California was part of a longer solo journey along the West Coast, something she had planned carefully and spoken about with enthusiasm. She stayed in touch with her family every day, calling her parents regularly to let them know where she was and how she was feeling. Nothing about her departure suggested that this journey would end in tragedy. During her stay in Los Angeles, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel, a historic but infamous building located in downtown LA. To many tourists, the Cecil appeared affordable and centrally located, but beneath its faded elegance was a dark reputation. Over the decades, the hotel had been linked to violent crimes, unexplained deaths, and long-term residents living on the margins of society. Elisa was initially placed in a shared room, but her behavior reportedly concerned her roommates, and she was soon moved to a private room. This detail would later raise questions, but at the time, it seemed like a minor adjustment during her stay. For the first few days, Elisa explored the city alone. She visited bookstores, tourist spots, and used public transportation, documenting her thoughts online. But on January 31, 2013, everything changed. That day, Elisa failed to check out of the hotel as scheduled. Even more alarming, she did not call her parents. For a family accustomed to daily contact, this silence was immediate cause for panic. When hotel staff could not locate her, the Los Angeles Police Department was contacted, and a missing person investigation began. Police searched the hotel thoroughly, questioning staff and guests, combing through hallways, stairwells, and common areas. Search dogs were brought in, but they failed to pick up Elisa's scent beyond certain points. Days passed with no sign of her. As the search continued, public interest remained minimal, until the LAPD made a decision that would change the case forever. They released a video to the public, hoping someone might recognize Elisa or provide information about her last movements. Footage came from a hotel elevator security camera, recorded on the day Elisa was last seen. What the video showed was unsettling and deeply disturbing. Elisa entered the elevator, pressed several buttons, and stepped back into a corner. She appeared nervous, repeatedly peeking out of the elevator as if she were afraid of someone in the hallway. At times, she stepped in and out, waved her arms in strange, almost erratic motions, and seemed to speak to someone who was not visible on camera. The elevator doors remained open far longer than normal, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the footage. When the video was uploaded to YouTube, it exploded across the internet. Millions of people watched it, slowed it down, analyzed every frame, and debated what they were seeing. Some believed Elisa was being followed or threatened. Others suggested she was experiencing a mental health episode. Conspiracy theories multiplied rapidly. Viewers pointed out odd details, such as the elevator's delayed movement and what appeared to be Elisa hiding. The video became one of the most analyzed pieces of surveillance footage ever shared online, transforming Elisa Lam from a missing person into the center of a global mystery. As the internet speculated, the physical search continued. Nearly 3 weeks after Elisa disappeared, hotel guests began complaining about low water pressure, strange tasting water, and dark discoloration coming from their taps. Maintenance staff were sent to investigate the hotel's rooftop water tanks. When a worker climbed up and opened one of the tanks, he made a horrifying discovery. Elisa Lam's body was floating inside. The news shocked the world. How had Elisa ended up in a locked water tank on the roof of the hotel? Access to the roof was restricted, and the tanks themselves were tall, heavy, and difficult to climb. The questions immediately reignited the public's fascination with the case. To many, the discovery only deepened the mystery rather than solving it. An autopsy later revealed that Elisa had drowned, with no signs of physical trauma, sexual assault, or struggle. Toxicology reports showed that she was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of her death. However, investigators confirmed that Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and she had been prescribed medication to manage her condition. According to the coroner, she may not have been taking her medication consistently during her trip. Authorities concluded that Elisa's death was accidental. Their theory suggested that she had accessed the roof on her own, possibly during a mental health episode, climbed into the water tank, and was unable to get out. The lid, which was later reported to have been found open, may have closed afterward, either due to gravity or human error. To the police, the case was tragic but explained. For the internet, however, the explanation was far from satisfying. Skeptics questioned how Elisa, slight in build, could have climbed onto the tank alone. Others argued that the elevator video had been edited, pointing out timestamps and missing seconds. Some suggested foul play, involving hotel staff or unknown individuals. Paranormal theories even emerged, linking the case to the hotel's violent history and claiming supernatural involvement. The Cecil Hotel itself became a symbol of urban horror, with Elisa's story added to its long list of dark legends. YouTube played a major role in keeping the case alive. True crime channels, documentary creators, and independent investigators produced countless videos dissecting every aspect of Elisa's final days. The elevator footage became a staple of true crime content, referenced again and again as one of the most chilling videos ever released to the public. Each new upload brought fresh theories, keeping the story in constant circulation. In the years that followed, Elisa Lam's name became inseparable from the broader discussion around mental health and internet speculation. Some viewers began to question whether the public obsession had crossed ethical lines. Elisa was no longer just a young woman who lost her life. She had become a character in a never-ending online mystery. Her family, who had lost a daughter, were forced to watch strangers debate her final moments as entertainment. In 2019, the Cecil Hotel was rebranded as Stay on Main, an attempt to escape its troubled past. In 2021, a major streaming documentary revisited Elisa's case, once again pushing it into the spotlight. The series explored both official explanations and online conspiracy theories, while also addressing how collective internet behavior can distort real tragedies. For some viewers, it offered closure. For others, it reopened old doubts. Today, Elisa Lam's case remains one of the most watched and discussed true crime stories on YouTube, not because of confirmed foul play, but because of the haunting uncertainty it leaves behind. The elevator video, frozen in time, continues to provoke fear, curiosity, and sorrow. Whether one believes the official conclusion or not, the truth remains that a young woman lost her life far from home, in a city she had hoped to explore freely. Elisa Lam did not set out to become a mystery. She was a student, a daughter, a traveler, and a human being with dreams and struggles. Her story serves as a reminder of how fragile life can be, how mental health deserves compassion, and how easily the internet can turn tragedy into spectacle. Long after the theories fade and the videos stop trending, the real loss remains unchanged, echoing quietly behind one of the most chilling true crime cases of the digital age.